Okay. So yesterday we had seen how the first meeting between Npongo and Nandi was arranged and how the team was ready to take care of any untoward incident. Luckily, everything went off smoothly, and the author explained in detail how it took place. First, they were not so friendly. Later, they became friends and got settled. And the last paragraph, we stopped saying that they were playing. Both of them, they used to get angry at each other. Especially Nandi was disturbed, annoyed, and they used to have some fight. At the end, and Bongo used to curl himself into a ball. And Nandi will go on beating him up. At the end, she'll become tired and she will retire to another corner. Then and Bongo will stand up and beat his chest or stomach and say, express his joy at the saying that I'm the winner. I'm the winner. That's where we stop. Page number 85. Page number 85. Last line of first paragraph. Then he would sit with his arms folded, his eyes glittering, working out some other trick to annoy his wife. So now he has won. He is so happy. Afterwards, now he will be contemplating on another plan, another trick to make fun of his wife, Nandi. To have acquired such a pair of rare and valuable animals was, I considered, something of an achievement, but now I discovered we were to live in a constant state of anxiety over their health and well being. Every time one of them got sawdust up his nose and sneezed, we viewed this with alarm and despondency. Was this a prelude to pneumonia or something worse? So, taking care of animals has its own difficulties, especially caring for a gorilla is difficult because gorillas can easily fall sick. So, it is the duty of the caretakers to keep a constant watch over the animals in order to save them. So the author says whenever they were smelling the snow dust, some snow dust goes into the nose and they just sneeze. Then they get scared whether it's going to be a symptom of pneumonia. One of them got sawdust up his nose and sneezed. We viewed this with alarm. Alarm is great fear. Alarm is fear, great fear. And despondency. Despondency is hopelessness. Despondency is hopelessness. With alarm and despondency. That is with fear and hopelessness. That is, we lose our hope. That became because we are get scared. Was this a prelude to pneumonia? You know what is a prelude? Prelude. Pre is before. Prelude is introduction. Prelude. Introduction. Is it introduction to pneumonia? That is it something that is coming before pneumonia? Prelude. Prelude. So that comes before. Before pneumonia comes, there will be a sneezing, cold, etc. Is it a symptom? Starting of the symptom of pneumonia, something like that. So are the gorillas going to catch or get a disease called pneumonia? That's what our fear was. Or something worse, or it could be something else, something bigger than that. The functioning of their bowels became a daily topic of conversation. That is, normally when you go to hospital, normally doctors will ask you if you are going for a checkup, you have some difficulty. First thing they'll ask you is how is your bowel movement? Are you able to go for or do all your needs properly? Is it okay? So that depends. If your bowels are working well, your health is okay. That's what it means. So their bowel movements was some of the discussion often. The functioning of their bowels became a daily topic of conversation. I had installed a magnificent communication apparatus in the Jew. For small though it was, it could take a considerable length of time to locate the person required at the moment you wanted him. So, at various salient points throughout the grounds, small black boxes were screwed to the walls through which the staff could speak with the main office and vice versa. It's something sort of intercom. Intercom. I had arranged a beautiful system to make people available. There are so many people who are helping him out in the zoo. So the zoo is spread out on a large area. So suddenly you need so and so. You want to call so and so. Some need is there. Immediately to get them, it's difficult. You have to go searching. You have to go searching for them. So the need will not be served immediately. So what did I do? Darrell arranged a system, something like an intercom, different parts of the park. He arranged on the walls, he fixed certain black boxes with a receiver in which they can receive the call and they can speak to the person concerned. Salient is important. So at various salient points, important points throughout the ground, small black boxes were screwed to the walls, fixed to the walls, through which the staff could speak with the main office and vice versa. It's like an intercom, though controlled from the main office, but people can attend calls and speak back. One of these boxes was also installed in our flat so that I could be apprised of what was going on and be warned about any crisis arise. Apprise. To apprise means to inform somebody about something, to tell somebody or to inform somebody of something, to inform someone of something. That is a price. So one of these boxes were fixed in my place also, in our flat, in my flat. That is Darrell's flat. So that Darrell could be apprised, Darrell could be told of what was going on and be warned about any crisis arise. Crisis, any crisis. Crisis singular. Crisis is plural. Any crisis arise. The occasion when I had doubts as to the wisdom of this system was the day, next page, was the day when we were entertaining some people we did not know very well. So when did I realize how important it is? Though we had introduced the system, the importance of it was felt by me only when there were some people who had come there. When we were entertaining some people we did not know very well. In the middle of one of those erudite and futile conversations, one has to indulge in. The black box on the bookcase gave a warning crackle, and before I could leap up to switch it off, a repulsive and disembodied voice said, "Mr. Darrell, the gorillas have got diarrhea again." I know of no equal to this remark for putting a blight on a party. However, Mpongo and Nandi grew apace, and to our relief, developed none of the diseases that we feared they might contract. So he is giving an example or an occasion where he realized how important it is to have a system of intercom like that. Okay, so there'll be few words which you may like to know. In the middle of one of those erudite. Erudite is having a great knowledge or based on careful study. Based on careful study. That's the meaning of erudite. Having a great knowledge. An educative session. Futile is useless. Futile is useless. Then sepulchre is pronounced as sepulchre, sepulchral. Sepulchre is tomb, T-O-M-B, T-O-M-B, tomb, tomb. Sepulchral is connected with the tomb or related to the tomb. Sepulchre, you may be familiar with sepulchre. Sepulchre is tomb. Sepulchral is relating to the tomb. And disembodiment. Disembodiment. Disembodied voice. Disembodied voice means coming from an unknown place. Coming from an unknown place. Like a ghost story. Yeah. Coming from an unknown place or from unseen person. You only hear the voice. You only hear the voice. Nobody is there seen. So that is called a voice coming from an unknown place and person. That is a disembodied voice. So once Darrell was having a meeting with some people, he was meeting some people and talking to them. Then there was suddenly the phone rang. So before he put it off, he wanted to put it off because they were talking to each other. Then he heard the voice saying that, Darrell, the gorillas have got diarrhea again. So immediately he had to put it off and he had to rush. He rushed to the gorillas, but luckily it was okay. And Pongo and Nandi grew apace. That is, grew apace means they became well quickly. They got their health back quickly. They came back to former health quickly. That means they got cured fast and it was okay. To our relief, developed none of the diseases that we feared they might contract. We are afraid that it will develop into so many other diseases. Luckily, they were saved. Then came Mbongo's first real illness. I had just arranged to spend 3 weeks in the south of France, which was to be a sort of working holiday, for we were to be accompanied by a BBC producer whom I hoped to convince of the necessity for making a film about life in the Camargue. So, Camargue is a natural region in France. It's a natural region, natural area in France. So he had an appointment with the BBC people, British Broadcasting Company, to make a film based on the place Camargue about wildlife. So he had made an appointment with them. But unfortunately, what happened? Hotels had been booked, numbers of people ranging from bullfighters to ornithologists had been alerted for our coming, and everything seemed to be running smoothly. So he had made all the arrangements. Hotel rooms were booked for the people. All the arrangements were made, ranging from bullfighters to ornithologists. Ornithologists are scientists who study the birds. In Hindi, call it Pakshi Vijnani. So Pakshi Vijnani. So that is a, study about the birds. That is ornithology. Bull fighters, you know. So all the arrangements were made, and they were all alerted. That means they were all informed for our coming. Everything was ready, and everything seemed to be running smoothly. Then, 4 days before we were due to depart, Nbongo started to look off color. Off color. OFF color. Off color is slightly ill. You can write the meaning. Off color. Off color means your real color goes off. That means it becomes dim. Here it means you become slightly ill. So just everything was set ready. Then suddenly what happened? Nbongo started to look off color. Nbongo was not feeling that well. Gone was his giggling exuberance. He lay on the floor or on the shelf, his arms wrapped round himself, staring into space and taking only enough food and milk to keep himself alive. So he was very inactive. Otherwise, he was exuberant, full of activity, enthusiasm. Now he became very dull, just lying down like that and eating very little, just enough to survive. The only symptom was acute diarrhea. The only symptom means that we could see was the symptom that we could detect was only that of diarrhea. Tests were hurriedly made, and the advice of both the vet means that's a veterinary doctor. Both the vet and the medical profession acted upon, but what he was suffering from remained a mystery. So we could not find out what was really the disease. They couldn't diagnose. They could not diagnose what exactly the problem was. The only symptom that we could see was diarrhea, but that wasn't the reason. But we could not diagnose exactly what happened. It remained a mystery, it remained a secret. As with all apes, he lost weight with horrifying rapidity. So, this is a story, this is the case with all the apes, whether it's gorilla or other species of apes. Once they stop eating or they reduce their eating, suddenly they lose weight. They lost weight with horrifying rapidity. Rapid means very fast. Horrifying rapidity means terrible fast. So fast they lost weight. Patla ho. So become very thin, very thin. On the second day, he stopped eating altogether and even refused to drink milk. So this meant we could administer no antibiotic. Almost as we watched, his face seemed to shrink and shrivel, and his powerful body grow gaunt. What had once been a proudly rotund paunch now became a ghastly declivity where his ribs forked. Now his diarrhea was quite heavily tinged with blood, and at this symptom, I think most of us gave up hope. So, Nbongo's disease was very, very alarming one. So he became very lean, lost his weight, and next day what happened? Altogether stopped eating. First he reduced, then stopped completely. Almost we watched his face seem to shrink and shrivel, and his powerful body grow gaunt. Grow gaunt means become very lean. Gaunt is lean, 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 lean. Shrink and shrivel. Shrink and shrivel means become smaller in size. Dry up. Dry up. So his face dried up, became small, and his body became very thin. What had once been a proudly rotten paunch now became a ghastly declivity where his ribs forked. A few words. Sponge is rotten sponge is a fat and round bird, fat and round belly. That is a rotten sponge. Sponge is got a heavy, huge belly. It's called sponge. Rotten sponge is a fat and round belly. So he had Nbongo had a fat and round belly. Now what happened? It became a ghastly declivity. Ghastly here means unpleasant or bad. Declivity. It became a declivity means a downward slope. A downward slope. So far it was so huge like that. Now it became a downward slope. It became very slopey. That means the belly had gone, disappeared. It became very flat. Where his ribs forked, they could even see the ribs. Earlier he was so fatty, ribs could not be seen. Now the ribs were exhibited. Now his diarrhea was quite heavily tinged with color, with blood. Tinged is colored. Tinged is colored. So his diarrhea was colored with blood. That means he started to emit blood when he went for his business. And at this symptom, I think most of us gave up hope. So we understood now it is hopeless. Now it is beyond hope. We felt that if he would only eat something, it might at least give him some stamina to withstand whatever disease he was suffering from, as well as rouse him out of the terrible melancholia into which he was slipping, as most of the anthropoids do when they are ill. So we wish that he eats something. If he would eat something, that would save him. Just like human beings also. When we fall sick, we have to keep eating something. If there is some intake is there, and if you're able to get digested a little bit, then you'll survive, otherwise you'll die. Rouse him up, rouse him out of the terrible melancholia. Melancholia is feeling deep sadness. You have seen Merchant of Venice. Antonio was always melancholic. Melancholia is a deep sadness. Rouse him out. To rouse means to make somebody, wake somebody up. To make somebody to wake up. To make somebody to wake up. Somebody is sleeping, you wake him up. That's called rousing. So to rouse up, rouse him out of the terrible melancholia. So from this great sadness, great pathetic situation, we have to save him or wake him up. The only thing was he had to eat something. Otherwise, he will die. As most of the anthropoids do when they are ill.